So our first DIY, I am using a Dollar Tree gift bag. You'll need some glue or tape. I'll be using the Rust-Oleum flat black paint. And some wooden rulers by Ja. You rock. You will need 4 total. And then all I'm gonna do is spray paint the back of the rulers black. Be sure you do the sides. Your ruler's dry, you're gonna take your bag and line up the 2 holes on the top and the 2 holes on the bottom. This is very crucial. Oh, and remove the string on the top. Don't cut it, just pull it out. The next step, you are gonna cut your bag. It's better to cut it too long than too short because you can always go back and trim it. And put the other side of the bag off to the side because you're gonna use that in a little bit. So it's time to measure. Make sure your picture is centered. I'm going to take a marker and mark the pieces that I need to trim. You'll take your scissors and trim where it needs to be. Now you're going to see the 2 little open holes. Take your gift tag that your bag came with, cut it in 2 little squares, put them face down on top of the holes. 2 pieces of tape, cover it up, and it blends right in. Now I'm taking a piece of cardboard from the Dollar Tree. You're going to put it in the corner and mark the 2 sides so you know where to cut. Like that. Take your razor blade, cut it, put your bag on top to make sure you have it all even. Now you can use glue or tape for this part. I am using tape. So I am taping each side just like this. Now you're going to line up your sticks again. Take 2 pieces of twine and thread them through the holes. After you do that, you're going to take your glue. I chose to use the hot glue. And I'm putting the glue on the one side of the ruler. Be sure you watch your twine. After you get the first part here, the rest is simple. Wait a few seconds. And then move to the next one. And this time I just put it directly on the bag. Watch your twine. Lay it down. Press, and moving on. And you're just going to do this all the way around your bag. Now you're going to take your twine and just make a bow on each corner. Now if you have a ribbon, you can use ribbon. I just chose to do the twine. Trim it up if you need to. Now I'm going to take a piece of twine for the back so I can hang it. Taping it down. Voila! Now for this DIY, I'm taking a frame of the size 11 by 14 and I'm going to spray paint it black. Once your frame dries, you're going to take your piece of glass, put it in there, take the other part of your bag that you just got done with, trim it up so it fits nicely inside the frame, take 2 more pieces of the gift tag, cover up the holes, take 2 pieces of tape, and cover it up. Take the cardboard that the frame came with, lock it in place, and there you go. So look how cute this looks. Now you can do this with birthday bags, wedding bags, for any occasion. So cute and simple. Okay, for this DIY, I'm taking one of the framed art. You can also use one of the banks from the Dollar Tree. If it has any wording on it, which most likely it does, you're going to take a razor blade and just scrape it off. Now I know there's some kind of chemical out there you can use to get it off, but I find this the easiest way and less messy. So now you're going to take your background. You can leave it as is, or you can add whatever background, paper, mesh, whatever. I'm choosing this napkin that I got at Marshall's, and I'm going to cut it out. So if you do choose a napkin and you have to cut it out, just be sure you are very careful and you take all the layers off. All you need is the top layer. Yeah, most napkins have 2 to 3 layers. I found that out once I start cutting. So now I'm going to place it on the background to see how well it fits. So now I'm just taking some Mod Podge. I'm going to be taking a foam brush and just spreading it all over the background. I like to go all in the same direction. Now you're going to take your napkin that you cut out and place it on there. Be very careful. These are very delicate. I learned that. I just pat it on there a little bit, very carefully. Now I'm going to take a dry foam brush and just go over it very, very slowly. If I get any glue on it, I'm just going to wipe it right there on my hand. Just like that. Now that it's all dry, you're going to put a coat of Mod Podge on top of that. Just be sure you don't rip it. Your background is dry, you're going to assemble the piece, put everything together, take your background, snap it in there, and voila, look how cute that is. If you wanted to decorate your box, go ahead and add whatever you want. I'm just going to show you a few examples. You can also add maybe some glitter or some fake snow inside the frame because it's more like a shadow box. So just use your imagination and do whatever you want. There's some garland from the Dollar Tree. That would be cute. I decided to take 2 things of berries, twist them together, and I'm going to glue them right on top. Now I'm taking another napkin and cutting out some more gnomes for another DIY. For this one, I'm using this wooden plaque from the Dollar Tree and some rub-ons. I'm also using another cutout and using this wood frame from the Dollar Tree and maybe some rub-ons on this one as well. I went ahead and stained this one brown. I'm placing my gnomes on there to make sure they fit okay. I'm going to get my Mod Podge back out. I'm going to cover the 1/2 of the frame with the Mod Podge. And again, I like to go with the grain of the wood. I'm just weird that way, I guess. I don't think it matters, but to my brain it does. Then I'm going to take my little gnomes and set them right on top, very carefully. Patting it down really very softly with my fingers, and then I'm going to take a dry foam brush once again and try to get as much air bubbles out as possible. The little wrinkles don't bother me at all. If I get any glue, I rub it on my hand. There you go. Now I'm going to take this one, which I painted white with spray paint. I'm going to take these gnomes. I'm going to cover it with Mod Podge once again. And I'm doing it on the side as well because my gnomes overlap. Dry foam brush to get the air out. Now I'm taking this scallop container from the Dollar Tree and taking some more gnomes to stick on there. So again, I'm taking my Mod Podge and I'm going to cover it all up where I'm going to be putting the gnomes. It is going to overlap, so that's why I'm putting some on the side. Place it on there like I have been doing. Take the dry foam brush and go over it. Oh, and make sure you get the hats covered. Once all of my frames and that are dry, I'm taking another foam brush with Mod Podge and covering it all up. I'm going to do it on this one as well. Make sure you cover all of your napkin or your picture, whatever you have on here. I noticed on the top there's not a glare like the rest, so I decided to blend it. Same with this container. Now I noticed when it dried, it was kind of foggy. So I want it to be all the same, so I'm doing the Mod Podge all the way around, like that. Now that this is dry, I'm going to take one of the rub-ons that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to do Thankful. You're going to peel the layer off, place it on where you want it, take a flat surface, which I am using a Jenga piece since I have those scattered all over my house, and then just rub it on. Now when you take it off, be sure you are very, very careful because I noticed part of the A was not on there. Go back, scratch it, and there you go. So now that it's all dry, I'm taking a picture of my oldest daughter and her fiance. I'm using the heart that was in the frame so I can cut around it with the picture, place it in there, and voila. And here is the final look of the plastic container. So those are the 6 Dollar Tree DIYs that I worked on today. So if you want, why don't you go ahead and comment down below and let me know what one your favorite one was. I do have many, many more DIYs coming your way. I just have so many in mind, so be sure you check back. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure you click onto that subscribe button. I thank you all for stopping by and spending the time with me today, so I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful Monday, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Keep smiling.